In Hypnospace Outlaw, it's 1999, but not our 1999. In this timeline, people don't go online with a modem and a phone line. They put on a headband, fall asleep, and log into a shared network called Hypnospace, a dream internet run by a company called Merchant Soft. And the interface looks familiar in a way that hits like a memory, a faux Windows desktop, a bloated browser, a clutter of icons, pop-ups, toolbars, virtual pets, themes, and pages that load like they're dragging themselves through dial-up static. The game doesn't just imitate the era, it recreates the feeling of using it. Even the irritations are part of the point. You can catch a virus by visiting the wrong page, you can flood your own desktop with junk, you can get lost in pointless browsing because the web is not a funnel, it is a maze. But you are not here as a tourist, you are here as an enforcer, a moderator, a volunteer cop. That role is the first quiet horror, because you're handed a badge and told you're doing something good, keeping the space safe, removing malware, stopping harassment, deleting illegal content, protecting users. But almost immediately, the work reveals its shape. Sometimes you're doing obvious cleanup, taking down a bully, reporting a virus page, protecting someone being targeted, and sometimes you're filing a violation report because a teacher posted a copyrighted cartoon image on a page meant to show her students' drawings. The rules don't care about intent, and the game wants you to feel that, because moderation in practice isn't morality, it's enforcement, and enforcement is always political, even when it pretends not to be. The brilliance of Hypnospace Outlaw is that it turns the internet into a mystery by making the medium itself the puzzle. You don't solve cases by fighting, you solve them the way people used to solve the web. You click, you read, you search, you follow links that look wrong, you notice patterns, you dig into guest books, you check page updates. You find the one page nobody was supposed to find. The game is almost painfully accurate in how it represents information as a landscape. It's not that Hypnospace is big, it's that it's dense. Every user page is a tiny personality artifact, a handmade mask, a confession, a joke, a shrine, a warning sign, and the more you browse, the clearer it becomes that the internet didn't just connect people. It gave them a place to perform themselves. And that's the second theme, identity as a page. On Hypnospace, nobody is optimized, nobody is polished, nobody is managing a brand. Most users are doing what people did on the early web. They're trying on selves. A teenager builds a page that screams, "I'm dangerous." It's all skull gifs and aggressive fonts and fake bravado. A diary updated like nobody is watching, because in 1999, it still feels possible that nobody is. There are pages that are so awkward and earnest that they feel like you're reading someone's private notes. Hypnospace makes you laugh at that, and then it makes you respect it, because behind the glitter and the cringe is something we lost, the sense that the internet was a place you could build, not just consume. Then the game turns, not suddenly, not with a jump scare, with the slow realization that this whole world rests on a corporate floor. Merchant Soft owns Hypnospace. Merchant Soft makes the headbands. Merchant Soft writes the rules. Merchant Soft decides what safety means, and your badge only exists because it's useful to them. You're a volunteer labor force helping a private company keep its product clean, and you're not supposed to notice that contradiction, but you do, because eventually you run into a problem the rules can't swallow. The COO of Merchant Soft, Dylan Merchant, breaks the rules himself. He's involved in piracy, in distribution, in the exact behavior you've been told to police. So you do your job, you report him, and the company doesn't reward you, it removes you. In an instant, your role is revealed for what it is. You don't have authority, you have permission, and permission can be revoked the moment it becomes inconvenient. This is where Hypnospace Outlaw stops being nostalgia. It becomes a parable, because the web didn't die when it got bigger, it died when it got owned. The early internet was chaotic, but it felt local because it was fragmented. Nobody controlled it entirely. Nobody could flip a switch and change the rules for everyone overnight. Hypnospace is not like that. Hypnospace is a single system, a single company, a single update channel, and that becomes the tragedy. The climax is not a hacker war, it's a product rollout. On New Year's Eve, 1999, right as the millennium turns, Merchant Soft pushes a broken update to everyone. Not because it's ready, because they want to ship. They want to win. Because corporate ambition outruns safety the way it always does. And the update kills people. Literally. Because in this world, being online is being physically plugged into a device. A crash isn't just a glitch, it is a catastrophic failure. Then comes the final cruelty. Merchant Soft blames a teenager. A kid who made a harmless prank virus for attention is turned into the villain of the story, arrested, charged, sacrificed. And the name of the company gets to survive the narrative. This is the part where Hypnospace Outlaw shows its teeth, because it's not saying the internet is dangerous, it's saying the danger isn't the users, the danger is the owner. The danger is what happens when a private entity controls a public square and can rewrite reality after the fact.